Ahoy gamers, and welcome back to Manor Lord Mondays, where in this episode we decide to focus predominantly on trade. We establish ourselves a really good trade network, selling a load of our excess goods, those being charcoal, some vegetables, some fish. Probably shouldn't have been selling the fish. We start gathering a load of sheep so we can make some more clothing for our town, and we upgrade all of our burbages to burbage level 2, successfully making ourselves into a large village. So without further ado, we're going to jump on in. And we are back in Manor Lord Monday as we continue to play against the Baron. As you see here, we're kind of stuck in the middle. We've got two Baron settlements just here and one Baron province just here, and I don't think they're coming to attack me. These guys just seem... these guys were walking away last time, so apparently they're a flock of crazy geese. That's their name. That's pretty interesting. There's a mercenary unit. I think between my two saves, these guys are bugged because they're not moving anymore. But anyway, besides the point, doesn't really matter. They're not attacking me, but I may have to worry about them later on. So what have we got? So last episode we got most of our burbages to level 2, and looking up here, we need to get one more burbage to level 2 to then get ourselves the medium village or into large village, which we're going to want to get all of our plots to level 2 at least, just so we can start getting some more money, because we want some more treasury money. We just need as much as possible to try and counter the Baron. So to get this we need planks and saw and timber, if I remember what I'm doing. One of these, I can relocate this to closer to the trading post. And I also would probably won't move the other one, but I just move at least one. And then this hitching post here will just have a horse for the trading post to use. I'll speed this up. So at the moment, how are we looking? So our food and fuel's good. I believe that we've got a fisherman down here, or they should have a fisherman. Okay, we've got a fisherman assigned down here, which is good. And we've got someone in the hunting camp down here as well. We've got another family just moved in, so we've got another spare person. And if you look up here, how many spare... So we've got some spare hides. We can turn those into leather. I don't really think there's anything else to really do here. I can obviously upgrade most of these houses with an extra person, but I don't think I'm going to do that just yet. And what's this one? Oh, okay. I completely forgot we got a load of... we just took out a load of bandits last turn. We just left them next to us. I'm going to put this next to the church, or behind the church to be honest. So I'm going to do a little bit of road going all the way around the church, and I want it to go just over here, then that to down here. There we go. Then we're going to build just behind the church a corpse pit. We are going to try and get rid of as much of those corpses as possible, make this the highest priority, and then that family can go straight up there. And then looking like no one's moving these just yet, but that's fine. No one's building this, which is fine. So I think we ended up the last episode kind of worrying about the Baron, which is a good thing to worry about because he is quite worrying. He is quite strong. Right. These guys are doing what they need to do. Fine. So we have got loads of food, which I think the food are predominantly fish. Let's have a look in here. Total good stored. We've got loads of fuel. So it's mainly fish and vegetables, which is fine. We ideally just need 2 for the time being. So that's more than enough. And let's have a look. We've got some planks and some timber now. And to upgrade this, we need loads more planks. And I just need to double check we have a set amount for this. Okay, you're only going to do it if we have 10 timber. That's fine. We did use all of our timber up last episode. Just to build all of these at the far end here. So we are building bows as well. War bows. Over time. We just need an abundance of planks. You can see down here, we want an abundance of 10 planks. We're only going to build a limit of 30 warbows. Actually, we're going to build a limit of 36 warbows. So that's a full kind of regiment. And then once they built that, then they're just not going to build it anymore. We could sell them, but I don't think we need to. We're just waiting for this hitching post to finish as well. So we're just waiting for a few things to happen. But their happiness is relatively high. And we're just looking at this, looking at potentially upgrading this church. We need a load of planks, load of stones, and some tiles. We're not making any tiles yet, but we do have a clay deposit over here, so we could always just make our own tiles. And there you go, corpse pit's finished. Let's put this one person on there. And hopefully they can just start picking up all of these. Yes, we don't have anybody to actually work anything else, but that's fine. We'll probably take this guy off the hunting camp and put him up here into the tannery. Then he can then use all of the hides, make them into leather. Then once that's done, then we can then worry about something else. Yeah, so these are loads of bandits that are floating. I like the fact they're floating. And we'll probably end up moving this small stable closer as well. We'll probably move it now actually. Probably move this. I think there works. Yes, I'm moving away from the logging camp, but that should be fine. Well, we'll be fine. There's not an issue there. And once we've used up all of the... Okay, we've used up all the hides. You can come off of there. Perfect. So hopefully I can go and build everything. Looks like all the corpses are now all gone. So we can now take him off the corpse pit. We just need everything over here to be built. And it's a train post. Yeah, we need all these to be built. That's great. And let's have a look over here. Burbage plot. Okay, so we're still missing a load of planks. We had another person just move into the town, which is fine. I want to permanently assign one livestock to here. And these all slowly been built. So we want to upgrade to a... We don't really need to upgrade you to a stable. But we can order a new horse for you. We're going to permanently assign one horse once it arrives. And I don't think we're buying anything yet, are we? I think we're just selling. We're exporting fish, exporting vegetables. Because we've got an abundance of vegetables, got an abundance of fish. We just need to set up a trading post for fish. And everything else, I think we are in a good place. Exporting war bows, I'm going to turn you no trade. We're not going to export any war bows. We kind of want them all ourselves. And anything spare we can then use elsewhere. And looking at these, we do want to start upgrading these to something else. So we've only got a bowyers, this. So I'd like to get ourselves maybe a blacksmith's. Because we do have a rich iron deposit. So it'd be good to be able to use that. And I think realistically we can probably put someone else down here on the hunting fisherman's hut. And then let's look over here. So we need one more person in the granary. And we would want one more person in the storehouse as well. Everything's been built, so now we just kind of want more people to join the town. We can now upgrade this. Upgrading that will give us the large village. Large village will give us another point. So I'd like to go for deep mine. We've obviously got advanced pond keeping. Sheep breeding. Sheep breeding would be useful as well, because that will allow us to make a load of clothes and make a load of money. So we'll probably go for sheep breeding if I'm going to be honest. And we have another family move in, which is good. With that in mind, they're not doing anything at the moment, so we can get ourselves we can put a livestock trading post. I'm going to put that just there. So we're going to essentially plan ahead. So we want a sheep farm, just here. And I think that should now, essentially this could be all over here. I want a very, very large farm here. Okay, so we want it to kind of be about there. And pasture size, okay. That works. That's a huge farm. 146 spaces. We'll go for that. Yes, I did delete some trees, but that's fine. Great. So we leveled up to the next point. So we're going to go for sheep breeding straight away. And we just need 3 level 3 burbages and a few level 2 burbages, which is fine. We'll get those over time. And so we're going to be able to get ourselves a sheep farm. With that sheep farm, then it'll get wool from the sheep. And we then need to upgrade one of these to it's this one here. Which means we need one more tool, which we can now put into trade here. You go and try and buy one more tool. Import, we just want one tool. And just like that, then we want to go to here. We want to put livestock or trade. We want to buy. We want to import. Do we want to import lambs? Or do we just go for, I think we just go for straight for sheep. We want to buy desired surplus of, honestly, it's going to be 150. We're just going to spend all of our money buying these. Yeah, there we go. It can store up to 100. So we're just going to go up to 100 here. And then we've got a sheep farm here, so when they all start coming in, we can put them over here. But at the moment, we only have one spare family at the moment, so we don't really want to do anything with those. Although we guess we could start trying to buy in some sheep. Because we are very slowly going to make some money. So if you look up here, we've got loads of spare vegetables, a fair bit of spare fish. So we're in a good place. So advance over here. Nope, fine. Don't really care too much about that. Tannery. No, I think everyone's happy. We could start upgrading the living spaces of these, but at the moment we still have a spare bit of room in this burbage over here. So I think we should be good. Then, or do we do it now? How much spare timber? We've got loads of spare timber. Let's upgrade all of these now. One more. There we go. So all these are going to be upgraded to a larger burbage. And we've got one person over here. Obviously, this costs 30 regional wealth per sheep. And then once that should quite exponentially grow because of the size of the pasture, and we're going to slowly be buying in more and more. So this should be useful. I have just obviously cut out this entire area, so the logging camp is slightly less effective now. But the logging camp has got all of this area up here to go. And there's just a random tree falling down. And woodcutter's lodge. Okay, we're doing well for food. We're doing well for fuel. Yeah, we're in a really good place. Let's double check our fisherman's hut down here. Yeah, okay. So we've got a lot of fish being held down here. We could definitely utilise those at some point. And we should be buying our very first sheep soon, which will be very useful. So thinking ahead, obviously we've got our garrison over here, a retinue. Let's cancel all of these down. We've got a retinue here. I wouldn't mind opening city plan and trying to increase the size of our retinue. So to do that, we need garrison tower, which is 10, 15, and 10. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Because garrison tower will allow me to increase the size of my retinue. Yeah, okay, we might have to do that. Because that's how we're going to probably get most of our fighting force, I think. These are all going to be slowly upgraded. That's fine. Get more people into the town. Everyone's relatively happy. They've got the food they need. They've got everything they need. Food variety. So they should have vegetables and fish. They do all have vegetables and fish. They want 3 types of food. That's fine. They want more types of clothing. We'll get that over time with this location over here. Once we slowly get some more sheep in. Yeah, so I'm happy with what we've got. You just have to just wait for things to come on in. Now we need to start thinking about this over here, grabbing some iron, so we can maybe turn it into something else. So we can make our own weapons. We've been in a really good place, like large shields, spears. We're obviously slowly making war bows. Pole arms, plate armor. So if we can try and get something like this, and then this one as well, these will all be very good, to be quite honest. I don't think, unless we go for deep mine next, we might go for deep mine next. We'll see. We will see. So obviously we're getting a lot of fuel in with the charcoal kiln, so it might be worth selling some charcoal. I don't think I will, but it could be worth selling charcoal. So if we go to trade over here and go to food, so you want to set up a. Sometimes we're not getting very much fish, but that's fine. We can just go over here to sell some charcoal. So we have got an abundance of charcoal, wherever that is. Where are you, charcoal? There you are. So we can export an abundance of you. Desired surplus of, let's put desired surplus 80. We can just slowly sell the extras of that. And then just double check that we are trading the vegetables. Yeah, okay, we are trading vegetables. Let's put desired surplus of probably 100. 70 will do for now. Let's fast forward this. So all these are slowly being, there we go, these are slowly being finished. See, I don't have anything in them at the moment, because I don't really need them to have anything in them. I guess if we put them in with something like animal pens and gave them to butcher some pigs, it will slowly give us some meat. I don't think it's, at least at the moment, it's not that beneficial. We've got our first sheep now here. Well, should be on its way here. Wherever the sheep is. So I probably overdid it with this size of the sheep, to be quite honest. But never mind, the size of this pen. See, that's definitely too large. But I built it now. I'm not going to rebuild it. I'm happy that 100 sheep would live in here. And when we get the next person join our town, they'll go into the sheep farm where they'll obviously shear the sheep as they come in. Here we've got another family just moved in. Okay, they're not going to go straight on there because we first need a little bit of we need the sheep to actually arrive here. And there we go, that's all of these now complete, all these burbages, which is great. And let's look at the drawer here. Okay, we've got more than enough over here. How's the food looking? Food. Okay, ooh, that's dropped very quickly. I think I want to keep this at 300. That dropped ridiculously fast. Oh, are we in a drought? Because I vaguely remember this game mentioning that there might be droughts. There we go. Yes, summer. Crops grow, droughts possible. This looks like a drought because all of our fish disappeared. So that's quite interesting. That would explain why we don't have any fish. And that would explain the look of the floor. This is the first time I've had to go through a drought, which is pretty interesting. And with that in mind, let's get one person up here into the sheep farm. So that should be somewhat self like maintaining. You guys aren't very happy. You have nothing apparently. You have no access to water. Let's fix that quickly. Let's go under here. Water's over here. Yeah, we'll put a well just over here. Everyone should have access to water. No one's going to be able to build that, so it's going to take you off the sheep farm, and let's get you to prioritize that. Let's continue to skip through. And loads of vegetables. Yeah, our fish is going to slowly dwindle, but that's fine. And how's our warbows looking? So we've still only got 4 warbows. I am using up a lot of the timber, and this is only going to use up any timber as long as it goes over. Let's go back down to 5 for the time being. We want these warbows built sooner rather than later. And so I think this works. Okay, they built the well, good. We do want a forestry. Is it forestry, the one that rebuilds or replants? Can you move this? We can relocate this. So I think up here might be useful. So I'm going to relocate it to up here. And then we're going to relocate this saw pit up there as well. And I think that, yeah, there you go. They're going to slowly move all the supplies. It's just a shame now that a pasture has that little corner there. Because there's obviously a lot more trees up here. Although, fair enough, we can't go over there, but it should be better. Now, we would want a forestry hut. I'm going to build this up here as well. Can I build it next to any of these? No, it doesn't look like it. Can I at least... I'm going to connect you around to here. We're going to build a forestry hut just behind here. There you go, that will do. Okay, we've got loads of people spare now. Okay, that's why they've got spare. Because we took them off of these. That's fine. And... how many people do you have in the pasture? How many sheep, not people? We don't keep people in pastures. And we're just going to let them do their thing over here. And once the forestry hut's done, we'll put one person into here. Amazing. There you go, one person in the forestry hut. Looks like the water should now be... yeah, there you go. The water's back. So that should start growing again. And let's give ourselves... there's nothing else that needs building, so put you into the pasture. You guys should be slowly happier. Because you now have a well next to you. Then we can speed this up a little bit. Oh, okay, we still haven't bought any tools. That's fine. I guess tools do actually cost a fair bit. How much do they cost? Not applicable. I don't know how much they cost. Okay, that's fine. No trade to that. See if we can try and make some tools. What do we need to make tools? We need one tool to make that. Where's tools? There you are. So we need 2 tools to make tools. Huh. That's not ideal. So we do want to put a import of that. We want a desired surplus of 2. We may be stuck. We may not be able to make them just for the time being, but that's fine. And we should be able to get an abundance of timber now. Are you under the same rules? You are under the same rules again. Good. And you don't have any rules. No. Good. We're going to permanently assign 1 oxen to you. Forestry hut, you're just going to do your thing. Yes, good. You're just going to do your thing. So this is slightly closer to the town compared to over here. Not closer to the trading post, but hey, never mind. And we still only have 1 sheep, which is a bit of a shame. However, we should we should be bringing in some wool now. There we go. We've got 1 wool, which will drastically change things over here. Maybe. You have to spin the wool into yarn. Okay, for it to be used. So I think we have to then make it into... How do we spin the wool into yarn? I'm pretty sure I've done it in previous games. Oh, it's under industry, isn't it? Weaver's wool into yarn. There we go. So we need you. And we can then put you over here, slightly closer to the main area. We can put you over here, make your highest priority. And you'll slowly be built. And obviously we're going to slowly bring in some... So just looking at what we've got. So we're slowly going to bring in some more sheep. I think... Actually no, we won't buy any. Should we buy more sheep? Just thinking, do we want the desired surplus to be probably about 30 sheep? After 30 sheep they should be able to sustain themselves. We are going to set up a butcher's, so later on we can then just use the sheep as required and just make some meat. That's if food becomes an issue, which at the moment it's not an issue, so we should be okay. And here we are, 300 fish again. We could probably take 1 person off here. Let the stocks build back up and put you in hunting camp. And that's almost done. Perfect. Nice, we've got 2 wool. Good. Slowly making it. Because wool will be a good one to sell any excess, or yarn would be a good one to sell any excess. Because if we go to trade, yeah, storehouse is full. That is pretty full. So we want to try and upgrade this as soon as possible. How's the granary looking? Granary's empty, so that's fine. We want to upgrade this. And how much charcoal have we got? We've got a lot of charcoal. Okay, so we're going to take you off of there. We're not going to... We want to establish... some more trade routes. So we're not going to sell any more fish for the time being. We're going to leave you on, actually. We're not going to sell any. And then here we want to go and try and sell some... So wool is turned into yarn, which is here. We need 80 to set that up. So we want to export any excess yarn. And yarn, we want a desired surplus of, let's say, 20. That should do for now. We want to buy you in. What are we making an excess of that we need to sell? Oh, charcoal, that's what I was thinking about. So how do I need to set up a export of charcoal? It's 100. So we need to save up 100 to be able to set up an excess of charcoal. Because we definitely want to sell this. Although it doesn't tell me how much it's going to sell for, it's got to be worth something. So we're going to set that up as soon as possible. So I'll try and speed this up a little bit again. Because this is just filled up with just a load of charcoal. And if we can try and get rid of some of that, that'd be great. Alright, Weaver's Workshop. So we've got no one in there. Let's put someone into there. No one in the... Yeah, okay, we're not buying any more sheep, which is a bit sad for this one sheep over here, but that's fine. That one sheep will live. And we've got wild animals over here. Let's put one person back over here. Oh no, there's already someone over here to take you out. And then let's put you over to the tannery. Winter is approaching, but that's fine. We just want to try and trade as much as we can over here. So we've got 10 carrots ready to go. And how else are we looking for everything else? I think we're in a good place. But the vegetables very quickly growing again. So that should be a good amount of food coming in. You just see them working away, grabbing all the vegetables, which is very useful. I do definitely recommend. I always struggle with food, but after having these vegetable plots, it would be better if I didn't have these guys actually working a second job, but it's still working. It's not the end of the world. It's not, definitely not efficient, but I'm not one for efficiency. If this works, it works. So we've sold a few more vegetables there. So slowly bring this back up. And I believe this guy... Yeah, okay. So I do want to actually increase the amount of vegetables being sold. Some reason he's just been really slow with selling vegetables. I'm not sure why. And have we got enough? We're not making any... We're not getting any form of logs or planks. This is ridiculous. Do we need to move another... I'm going to have to buy another location up here. Let's get another hitching post. Just up here. Make this the highest priority. Because we do just need a load more timber. And there you go. We finished the hitching post. Great. We can now get ourselves an oxen. And this oxen, when he arrives, we can just assign him over here. This one ideally into the logging camp. Because I think we're just not getting very many timbers. But we are slowly getting our warbows up again. And we've got another person join our town. Perfect. We're 5 regional wealth away from being able to get ourselves the trade-in route for charcoal. And you can see up here how much charcoal we've got. 182. It's a stupid amount of charcoal. Now you can start to upgrade these burbages as well. We now finally have enough money. But I'm not going to upgrade them. Although it doesn't actually cost any money to upgrade them. Ooh. Is that a bit of a trap? Let's upgrade one. We can slowly upgrade these. Because getting the extra treasury income every month is nice. And I'd like to probably end this episode with at least that trading route established. So then we can at least put someone back into the livestock pen. Then oh, that's what I was saving up my planks for. I was saving them for that. That's fine. We can get this upgraded soon-ish. We do have 2 spare people. So we might be able to put some back onto this trading point. Because it's very close to the granary. So they should just be able to come over to the granary. But I think a lot of the carrots are just being held over here. Yeah, they are just being held over here. Which is not ideal. So granary, can I assign someone to the granary? I cannot. This might be worth having someone else in the granary. Just to move items around. Which I think might be the best bet. Put someone into the granary. We can now upgrade this in a second. Just need a few more planks. Yeah, it would be better if I moved these items here slightly closer. Because all of this food here is just sat there. It will be sold and removed at some point. But it's going to take a while. Right, so now we can sell some charcoal. Establish trade. Boom. Establish trade. Now we can sell a lot of charcoal. 5, that's not bad. And how's the food looking? Are we in abundance of... Okay, we have no fish. It's frozen. But we have this. Doubles the capacity of... yep, additional workers able to cut holes in the ice. I think we just need to wait for the amount of fish to go back up. So we're going to take you off of the fisherman's hut. So realistically, you're not doing anything. Take you off of the tannery because you're not doing anything. Off of the hunting camp because you're not really doing anything. And I think with that in mind, I was going to start upgrading those buildings. We need to upgrade this sooner rather than later. And there, we sold a load of items there. We want one person into the trading post. The livestock trading post I should add. Yarn? Can yarn be used here? It can, can't it? It can. Good. And food variety. Everyone's unhappy with the food variety. Fine, it is what it is. Can't really do much about that. Not at least not at the moment. And all of these, I think most of these are Burbage level 1 still, aren't they? Yes, they are. And they just need planks. Or do they? What do they need to level up now? Requirements not met. Oh, food and fuel. They should definitely have enough fuel. We have a lot, and I mean a lot of charcoal. Is it? Oh, it's because this has been upgraded. They can't use the granary or the storehouse while they're being upgraded. But they will be able to use it very shortly. And have we bought any more? No more. Okay, we've got a lot of money up here. The construction finished of the large storehouse. That's fine. And we can put one more person into the storehouse. And I think, so how much space have we got? We've got available living space. We've got no spare living spaces. So, it might be worth us actually now. So food's the issue. We've only got one type of food. These fish, we have to wait for them to start growing again in population. We've got a few more sheep up here in the field. So I think now might be a good time to build at least one more Burbage. We'll just go build one Burbage at a time. We're going to build it just down here. Here we go. So we're going to slowly get an abundance of people, families that aren't really doing very much. At some point in the future, I'm going to unassign the families that are on these vegetable plots. That's very much a future issue. So they can just focus on the fields and the farms. But as it stands at the moment, vegetables aren't really an issue. We are getting a lot of them. We could definitely stop selling the vegetables now, I think. I feel like... Or if we are going to sell the vegetables, we want to put the desired surplus up by a lot. Let's put a desired surplus up to about 120. Because I think selling the charcoal is a huge boon for us. Okay, food is now the issue. This should be going up. There you go, it's growing. So, where is my fisherman's hut? There you are. You want to put 1 and 2 into the fisherman's hut. That should be sustainable. Well, it will be sustainable. There's no shit about it. So we've got enough room for another person here. And I think this one here, we might turn this into the location where they make... Oh, we need tools, don't we? That's why we haven't done anything, because we need to buy tools. So trading post, trade. We need to buy in tools. So we need to set up a trade for this. It's ironic that we need tools to be able to make tools. It kind of makes sense. So it did cost a little bit of money but that's completely fine. We've got a load more charcoal and food coming back in. Let's have a look at our food now. Vegetables is going up. Fish is skyrocketing again. As long as this goes up rather than down, we should be in a good place. Looks like that is quite quickly going down though. Let's see. I need you to go up, please. Are you going to go up? There we go. So that bumped up by a lot. So yeah, that's sustainable for now. Okay, we've got some spare room in the hunting lodge, but I think we're in a good place. Well, I'd like to upgrade this if possible. Yes, let's upgrade you. And how's our warbows looking? So we've got 36 warbows now, which is good. We don't really need to use any more warbows. That means our planks are now being stored and been held rather than being used, which is very, very nice. So we're slowly bringing in some more. So we've got 5 sheepies now, which is good, which gives us some wool. So let's have a look over here. So we're getting in some leather. We've got some yarn. So it should mean that our requirement for clothing, so we've got leather and yarn, should start making its way here. And food variety is obviously an issue at the moment because they want 3 types of food. We can only really provide them with 2, but never mind, that'll be fine. Let's upgrade the last of these to beverage level 2. There we go. We run out of timber, but that's fine. And so that with the saw pit now, we can now increase the go to advanced. We want this limit of this up to 10, so we hold 10 timber. And I think that should be good. Well, should be good enough. We are missing some stones. That's fine. When this person moves into this Burbage down here, or when the family moves into this, we can then get them to start collecting some more stones. And then we'll worry about that later. And I believe, have we had our tools arrive yet? Yes, we have. Good. So now we've had the tools arrive, we can now look at potentially putting people into something like the tailor's workshop. So they can make some clothes. But they can't make clothes. So we're going to need dye to come in. That's going to be a bit of a pain. They can't make clothes. Interesting. Yeah, because we need dye. Dye comes from berries, and we don't have any berries here. That location doesn't have berries. This location has berries. And I'm not sure how we're going to try and claim that. Why are you guys unhappy? You have no food. You could just walk down here to get food. There is enough food down here. There's enough vegetables, and there's a fair bit of fish. Have I set like an upper limit of the fish or something like that? Food reserve 300. No, okay, that's fine. Now I'm kind of wondering. I need to be able to make dye. So if I go back over to industry, so I need to make dye to be able to make cloaks. So I need to make a dye's workshop. You can now just go down here. Yeah, you can go there. Just trying to think where I want to put it. Which means I need to now import. If I go to food, I need to set up a import of berries. Oh, berries are expensive. How much are the dyes? Dyes aren't actually... We're going to cancel this. Dyes relatively cheap. If I look at dyes, I'll go over here. Wherever you are. There's dyes. So dyes are only 2 more expensive than berries. So I'm going to import, and I want an import of, let's say, 5. Establish this trade route. Done. So we're going to buy in a load of dyes, and that will allow us to then set up one of these into cloves, cloaks, and gamblesons. And I'd like this to ideally be in this new one down here. So I'd have, because already I'm happy with where my entire layout of my village are. So I don't really want to take people from different buildings if I can help it. Only if I can help it. But I'm happy with the regional wealth, happy with the 8 sheep at the moment. So we'll probably end this episode here. It hasn't been as action-packed as some of the episodes in the past, but it's definitely been there. It's been fun. Is the limited factor of the fish? Is the limited factor of the fish actually moving them? Because this gets filled up very quickly. I think that might be the limiting factor. Let's build ourselves a second... Where are you? Let's build ourselves another fishing hut. Because I think this has been limited by the amount of goods that can be held in them. Then with this being built, we might build ourselves a storehouse or granary just down here for fish. And then, yeah, we'll get these built. Then this granary down here will just hold fish. And I think that should allow us to build up more of a stockpile of fish. So every time that gets to 50... Yeah, every time that gets to 50, then they have to run it all the way up here. Which is not very useful. Yeah, so this should fix it. So this should allow them to go up to 100 in each fishing hut. And then it will then be able to sit in this granary here. To be honest, we don't really need this granary. It's Demolisher's granary. We don't really need it. As long as we get the fisherman's hut. So if we take from the shoal fish, then it's going to be pretty bad for us. So we probably want this to be probably about 400 rather than 300. You don't want to overdo it. And you go to advance, 400 again, good. So they should both start picking up some fish, which is good. And we've got 10 sheep now. How many are we going? We're going to buy up to 30, that's fine. That's completely manageable. And dyes, because we've got the 5 dyes, we just need this one to be built. We don't actually have anyone spare, so let's take someone off the large store. Take someone off here. And they should quickly build this. Awesome, done. So we've now got room for 2 people to join the town. this row here will be for the kind of upgraded ones. So we want one of them to be a tailor, one of them to be a cobbler, one of them to potentially be a blacksmith. So all the ones along here will just be all of those. Put you back onto there. And we've already had someone join the town. Perfect. So that means we can now upgrade this one. And once this one's upgraded, like I said, we can now upgrade it to being a tailor. Because we are now getting in those dyes. We've got 5 dyes coming in. And yeah, there we go. Our fish is now slowly going up, which is good because we've got 2 resources of fish being held down here. We may need someone else into the granary just to move goods around. But that'll be a future us problem. I'm going to wait for this Burbage to be built. But I think we're doing well. We've obviously reconfigured our town here. We now have a surplus of trade. We're getting in a load of sheep. So, this is looking up. The only issue that I've got is that these bandits, well, they're not these bandits, but these troops down here are bugged. Does this mean that the Baron can't summon in these guys? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know how it works. But we will see. And these guys are now moved in. Awesome. And this has now been upgraded. So we can now turn you into a tailor's workshop. Just like that. You use one of the tools. Yeah, definitely selling charcoal is really useful. We've only got 5 months worth of food. That's now actually an issue. So we can probably trade. Go into here. We're going to stop. No trade fish. And I think we're going to no trade vegetables for the time being. We want to increase the amount of food we've got. We now go to advanced. So we can tell them what we want to make. So we're not making any linen. We want to make... Okay, stop changing, please. So this requires linen. So we're not making linen. We're making yarn. So we've got yarn, dyes. There we go. Perfect. So we want to make this. Which they will make. This is now filled up with 2 people now. Yes, it's got 2 people in there. Awesome. And we're going to slowly be increasing this right-hand edge with people to work on different talents, different artisans, I think they're called. There we go. Cloaks are being made and then instantly being distributed. So clothing should shoot up. Everyone should be happy with their clothing. Fuel, everyone's happy with fuel and food. Yeah, it is what it is. Once we get a load of sheep up here, we can then worry about food and then just probably butcher some of the sheep. But that's besides the point. We'll end this episode here. So you made it this far, thank you much for watching. We're slowly making some progress. But I don't know how well we're going to do against the Baron, but we'll see. So as per usual, if you made it this far, thank you much for watching. And hang on. Have they introduced trading tax? No, they haven't introduced trade tax. It's a tad annoying. So we want to increase... I was wondering why we weren't getting any money up here. We want to increase our taxes. Because it'd be really nice to be able to collect it from regional wealth. It would be really nice if I can set a trade tax. Because we're doing a lot of trade. We're selling a lot. But we can't set up a trade tax. This is... I can't wait for them to add this into the game. This trade tax. Because I do a lot of trading. Most of my games I do a lot of trading. And it would just be nice to be able to gain something from it. So then I can actually fund some of my mercenaries or something along those lines. But that's the main reason why I can't have mercenaries is I can't tax them. I can't tax my trade. Therefore, I can't afford mercenaries. And, oh nice. This was only Burbage level 1. We can get it to Burbage level 2 now. So yeah, we'll end this one here. So you made this far, thank you much for watching. As per usual, we've got a couple of links in the description down below. One is to Mrs Rothmers Channel. She's my other half, where she does all types of lore videos. It's called One Nerd to Rule Them All. She does fantasy lore, Lord of the Rings, Tolkien, that is Lord of the Rings, Warhammer, Game of Thrones, Witcher, all that type of stuff. They've also got another link to mine and Mrs Rothmers' joint YouTube channel, which is called Nerdy Miniatures, where we are collecting, building, painting, soon to be battling a load of Warhammer, Age of Sigmar, Lord of the Rings, all that type of stuff. Then finally, if you want to join the Discord, community Discord, small Discord, very slowly growing, you're more than welcome to join. So, have a wonderful day everyone, and as per usual, peace out.